Hey guys, it's the Geek here, and welcome back to Ace Attorney, where we are going to be in the second investigation portion of a recipe for Turnabout, in which we need to figure out why Fake Me was on this case, probably because he is the real murderer, and now we just need to prove it wasn't Maggie Bird, who is our friend who somehow is always getting in trouble. So let's try and do this. So how do you think the trial went this morning? How do you think it went? Got a bit crazy in there. I just wonder if that killed our chances. Yeah, I guess it did get out of hand. Mr. Kudo's testimony did nothing to help us. Plus, now we don't even know the identity of the waitress who laced the coffee. All you know is what old Mr. Kudo saw. The apron, the straps, and the ribbon. And that the victim was wearing his earpiece when his eardrum was ruptured. Talk about a terrifying case of contradictionitis. Time to play doctor and find ourselves secure then, huh? Yeah. We've got to find one for Maggie or she's gonna have a terminal case of guilty. Please tell me I don't have to talk to you again. Nope, I don't. I can just move on. I suppose we can find Gumshoe? Looks like Gumshoe's not here. Never mind that. What's going on? Feels different in here somehow. You think? Yeah, everyone seems to be on edge. What are you doing? Calm the officers for the briefing, quick. Can't you shut down the station's server? Chief, quit playing on the internet. But my email pen pal 1337 as in princess. Is it Asian princess? Wow. Save it for later. I'm turning it off now. No, 1337 Asian princess. Okay. Everyone's keeping busy in here, huh? Keeping busy? More like panicking if you ask me. Something's going on. Something big. Sounds like they've been hacked. Tension center? I guess Maggie's still in questioning. But we got questions to ask her too. Maggie. Keep it down, Maya. This isn't a playground, you know. I guess we go to Trisbian. Empty, as usual. Yeah, and it's lunchtime too. That's it. Come on. Hey, that sounds like... Now just call an 8, pal. Come on, I know you can. He's getting really worked up about something. Probably the lottery. No, that's the wrong number. Ugh. Looks like an 8 would have netted me $5 anyway. What a ripoff. Ooh, I was right. What's the problem, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? Oh, it's you. I was just listening to the radio, pal. To the radio? Hey, Detective Gumshoe's having lunch here. He is, and he's having the twin tea set. Gross. Ahaha, what can I say? Probably more information? This is a nightmare. How am I supposed to look Maggie in the eye now, pal? You really drove her into a corner, you know. You always blow apart my testimony. Why of all days didn't you do it today? Sorry, there just weren't any holes in it. For once. Yeah, what happened? Usually your testimonies are like Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese? Would you have preferred crumbly like aged Parmesan? Anyway, this case has already been ruled on. There shouldn't be any holes left to find. So, did Maggie say anything to you? About me, I mean? Well, how did she put it again? Can't believe Detective Gumshoe. I hate him, sir. I mean it. I don't ever want to see him again. Something like that. What? Is he going off to cry? Please, Detective Gumshoe. I didn't mean... Why? Why is this happening? He's banging his head against the wall. Nick? Oh, man. Poor Gumshoe. So, did you like the twin tea set? I've never paid that much money for lunch before. I was so nervous my hands were shaking. So, how did it taste? Well, for 20 bucks, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, really. It was delicate. Delicate? You mean you liked it? It didn't taste bad to you? What's the matter with him? Looks like he's thinking. That's it. I've been trying to think of the right word to describe the taste. I just realized. It's bad. That's it. It tasted bad. It's just kind of hard to admit it to yourself when you paid 20 bucks for it, you know? Maybe you should have found out about the price after he had finished eating. Hey Nick, maybe that's why Glenegg came here. Maybe he heard about the super fierce twin tea set. By fierce you mean fearsome. Speaking of Glenegg, that reminds me. We still hardly know anything about the guy. Why don't we ask Detective Gumshoe what he knows, seeing as he's here, and totally not listening to us talk right now. So what were you all excited about earlier? Huh? That's right, you said you were listening to the radio or something. Oh, that was nothing. I wasn't excited. Come on, Detective Gumshoe. You can tell little old me. What were you listening to? Nothing, really. It was just the, daily exercise show. Are we really doing this, Gumshoe? What the? A Psylocke? Ha ha ha. This lunch special lobster sure is great. Then why are there tears in your eyes? Seriously, there's nothing to... I mean, pretty sure it's the lottery. I don't understand why else. Is he broke again? Is that it? Alright, Detective Gumshoe, tell me the truth. What were you listening to? No way, pal. Now that you've made a big thing out of it, I'm not going to tell you. We'll see about that, pal. Considering all the noise you were making while you were listening, it's pretty clear what kind of radio program it was. I say it was related to... I'm gonna say the lottery ticket. I'm right, aren't I? You were listening to the lottery results, weren't you? You thought you'd try to win big, just like Glenegg did. It's like you can see right through me. Huh, you cracked him already. See, pal, that's why I said it was nothing. If it was really nothing, you shouldn't have hid. That just made us even more suspicious. I'm usually pretty lucky, so I figured I'd give it a try. In what world are you lucky, my dude? What's with everyone in the lottery? So, how did it go? I won 50 cents. It'd be better to win nothing at all than half a lousy buck. I was so mad. Yeah, I know the feeling. Bought the same kind of ticket as Mr. Elksy, and they got the special radio show where they announced the winning numbers. They even do the drawings live on the air. It's intense, pal. I bet that's what Mr. Elk was listening to on the day he was killed. Yeah, what time is it now? It's just after 1:30. And are the lottery results always broadcast at the same time? Yeah. Look at this flyer when I bought the ticket. Experience the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life every Monday at 1:30 p.m. Millionaire radio. That sounds cool. I want to try it, Nick. Then buy a ticket, Maya, with your own money. Which you don't have, I'm guessing. Apparently everyone's listening to this show now. That's because everyone wants money. They say the victim, Glenegg, was really into gambling. Yep, you can't beat gambling. I love it too. Aren't you too young, Maya? I won $500 last week playing cards with Nick. Huh? We were playing for money? Of course, so you better pay up. You're a smart one, waiting for a cop to be present before asking for the cash. Which is to say, not smart. Can I ask him more about the victim? We definitely need to go to his job, don't we? This guy was a real programming genius. They called him the walking computer at the place where he worked. What happens when he crashes, though? Does he just stop moving all of a sudden? It wasn't literally a computer, Maya. Anyway, there's nothing between Maggie and the victim. Yeah, that's what we found out yesterday, too. Hey, Detective Gumshoe, don't you have any information that's a bit more fun? Fun? Oh, I know. So have you paid a visit to where Mr. Oak worked yet? You might as well. His workplace? Where's that? A computer firm called Blue Screens, Inc. Or something like that. But blue screens are the worst kind of screens. Sounds like a real stable company. This could be fun, Nick. Let's go. Computers aren't really my thing, Maya. We'll be fine. I know all about the high-tech stuff. Wonder about that. It's just around the corner from this joint. You should take a look. So he easily could have gone to the store from work, showed up here, and then probably would have had time to go back to work. So he's probably in the area. A computer firm called Blue Screens Inc., huh? Alright, let's move out. And we're just looking at two dudes playing video games. Wow, this place is so high-tech. You can almost smell the electricity in the air. It's a computer firm, Maya. They can't work without electricity, you know. Who are you? Okay, Miss Android. Oh, hello? I'm sorry. Access is restricted to authorized personnel only. This is a computer programming laboratory. There are far too many trade secrets that could be leaked. Wow, what secrets? Everything you see here is classified. No information can leave this building. Understood. Who is this woman? She's like a robot from some kind of whacked educational show. My name is Lisa Basil. I'm the company director. Director? She's human? She seems more like a ghost in a shell. The jokes are endless here. And that thing over her eye, isn't that the same device as Glen Elks? That's a DMH, right? Nice try. Just the other way around, Maya. It's an HMD. All my programmers here at Blue Screens Inc. are supplied with HMDs. Then do you write programs too? No, I just enjoy wearing this. They are pretty cool. I wouldn't mind one. So, what exactly is this firm's business? I'll try to simplify it so that you can understand. We analyze the data management systems required by certain branches of industry, and then deliver optimum operating systems and source-level components to them. Huh? You lost me on the corner of analyze and management. Doesn't matter, they analyze stuff, you got that much right? The software we produce is distributed on CDs. What Maggie saw our victim had. CDs? Yes, compact disc. Digital optical storage media. Of course, CDs are used for software as well as music. It's a small firm, but all of my employees are first-class programmers. Let's ask one of them what they are doing. Excuse me, what are you working on right now? I'm researching the impact of time-slicing common areas on logical axes of shared global varieties. Obviously influences response time and performance, and so the codependent variables and memory overheads is vitally important to the success of our operation, something like that? Well, you get the idea. This is the sort of thing we are involved in. Did you good people follow all of that? No, not at all. Yeah, your blank smile just said otherwise, Maya. You know about what happened, right, Miss Basil? You mean about Glenn being poisoned? Yes, I know. It's terrible. Can you tell us anything that might be helpful? I don't think so. A police officer was here earlier, too. But I couldn't tell him anything either because... The waitress who committed the crime has nothing to do with Blue Screen's ink. Oh. How about Mr. Oak's desk? Have you cleared it out already? No, not yet. This is the one right in front of you. Is there anything that might be useful to you? You are welcome to take it, because there might be a clue here somewhere. Thanks, madame. Oops. What is, like, all this stuff under his desk? Whoa, look at this desk, Nick. What a mess. Looks pretty average to me. But you can't get any work done with everything all over the place like this. You think? Real whiz kids can work under any condition, you know. She's trying to hint that I should tidy my desk more. I'll clean up my desk when Maya stops asking silly questions. No hurry then. Hey, this calendar. What about it? This is another hint about tidying. You can forget it. Someone's marked December 3rd in red pen. December 3rd. That's the day Mr. Egg was murdered. Is there anything else? Yeah. It says meet with the tiger. So probably fake Phoenix. The tiger. Yeah, wasn't fake Phoenix wearing like... Wait, where did fake Phoenix go? Yeah, looks like, I would think fake Phoenix. Looks like money, which is weird. Wow, look at this mess. Looks like they're all betting tickets. What kind of betting tickets? For betting on which horse will win a given race. They're horse racing tickets. Oh, wow, the stores are stuffed full of these. Looks like they're all losing tickets, though. There's over 500 of them? Goodness gracious. This many tickets would get you, what, $1 down at the recycling center? But I didn't know you were so hard up that you try to profit from the dead, Nick. I'm just taking them as evidence, Maya. Can I talk to his employees, his coworkers? He's really pounding on that keyboard, isn't he? Wow, but that's where the pro and programmer comes from, huh? Guess I shouldn't be resting on my laurels. Gotta expand my skill set and all that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe we could become an old CD apprentice. And what about your spirit medium training? That totally does not exist anymore. Keep up, Nick. Hey, look, Nick. It's a supercomputer. Looks like it's really smart and wise, doesn't it? Computers are only as smart as the humans who use them, Maya. That explains why we don't use the computer in our office. You work there too, Maya. Yeah, but at least I'm... Please, don't argue about something that's so trivial. Otherwise, the computer will laugh at you. She said she's laughing at us, Nick. She's a human, Maya, not a computer. Or so she says. Can I ask her more questions? I mean, I can probably ask her more questions. About Mr. Elg. He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. But he did suffer from 1 or 2 bugs in his personality. Oh, like what? He was a bit of a loser. Perhaps that would be the best way to describe it. Wow, tell us how you really feel, Basil. That's what got him into trouble. What's the matter? He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. He was really no trouble at all. A model employee. Hey, wait a minute. Just now you said something about him being in trouble. We've got to find out what this trouble was exactly. Was Gumshoe the police officer she was talking to? Would you mind taking a look at this? I'm sorry, that data is super admin's restricted desktop access password protected. Super admin restricted desktop access password protective? What? This is madness. No, Maya, that is Sparta. She won't tell us unless we say the right code word. A code word? Sesame. If it's not Sesame, then it must be her mother's maiden name. That's how it always is. There's no point in having a password if it's always the same thing, Maya. Guess she just doesn't want to talk about this. Maybe we should focus on asking about Glue Egg. What do you say? Can I ask her about herself? No. Okay, she won't answer questions about herself. Oh, here we go. About Mr. Elg. Was he in some kind of trouble? I'm sorry. Why would you think that? Thought you said something about it just now. You say he got himself into trouble because he was a bit of a loser. Oh, 3. 3 Psylocks. Yes, Mr. Elg is very like every other man with his own pile of secrets. Let's start figuring this out, I suppose. Lynn's troubles. So, how about you tell me what kind of trouble Mr. Elg was in? I'm sorry, sir, but we don't deal with troubleshooting here. Perhaps you'd like to speak to someone in customer service. What's she talking about? Guess I better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Miss Basil, let me ask you something. Did Mr. Elg's trouble have something to do with all his gambling, probably? What is that? A bunch of horse racing tickets, all losing ones. With that many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling center. You good people are very, very bad. Cashing in on others' misfortunes is immoral. Is that a whiff of hypocrisy I smell? What is the relevance of these tickets? The victim, Mr. Gling Elg. He had a gambling habit, didn't he? I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on the facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time. Yeah, but not everyone buys this many tickets. Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own. You're right, but I'm not through yet. Mr. Elg's gambling wasn't restricted to horse races, was it? Well, he had a lottery ticket, so... Lottery, horse racing, he bought a lot of tickets, and lost a lot of times. That's gotta have hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Maybe bad enough to be the cause of some pretty serious trouble, perhaps. No? You are right. Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example, do you understand? Trust me, even if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any. But if you win, there's no problem, is there? And Glenn had a winning ticket, didn't he? For $500,000. Yeah, but how did you know that? It's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't it? It's true that Mr. Elg won $500,000 in the end. But that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that. Deep trouble? What do you mean? Mr. Egg's real problem was with something more terrifying and ferocious. Possibly Mr. Tiger? Mr. Egg met with someone on the day he was killed. He even made a note on this calendar about the meeting. Meet with the tiger. What's the relevance of that? Are you trying to suggest Glenn was meeting him to discuss his debt? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I've never heard anything about this tiger before. Maybe he's not even human. Maybe he really is a tiger. I'm no programmer, but does she really expect me to buy such messed up logic? In that case, I think it's time to introduce you to the tiger. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate more. So let me try and figure out who the tiger is. Do I have anything else? I think we're... Maybe ask about... Nope. Nope. Okay, so she probably doesn't know anything about his... She probably doesn't know anything about him being injured, I suppose. Must be a curve. Don't go licking. Okay, let's move into the kitchen. Let's see if our friend John is there. Huh? Mr. Armstrong's talking to someone. I'll be back next month. Oui, naturalmente. I will be waiting for you. If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid I might get a little hot around here. No, I will have everything, I promise. I love fire, you know. I love the way it crackles. He. No, stop it, I beg you. Then don't let me down. I'll be watching you. She might be the tiger. Mas non, this is not necessary. You can trust me, mademoiselle. Talk to anyone, and I'll drive a knife right through your heart. Oh no, you don't have to worry. You know, you worry far too much. Maybe this will help you relax. It is the oil of sandalwood. I do love raw meat from time to time. He. Yeah, I think she might be the tiger. I'll be taking my leave. Goodbye, for now. Oh, hi. Did you hear all of that? Yes, we did. Would you like to say something? No, nothing at all. Like, seriously, are we just going to pretend like I wasn't there? Are we? I guess so. I have the shivers. I must rub some of my oil all over my body before I become the nervous wreck. Zir. Oh, oui. That feels good. Ugh. Ooh la la. Excusez-moi, monsieur. But my eyes. Your eyes. If you have trouble with your eyes, you need this. The oil of sandalwood. Isn't that just the leftovers of what you were just using? Yes. You don't exactly have many customers, do you, Mr. Armstrong? No, you are right, monsieur. Perhaps that is the perfect time for you to visit me, no? That way, I can give you all my undivided attention and cook for you la dish supreme. Putting on a brave face, huh? That's what girls do, Nick. But you are right. Business is very difficult these days. Perhaps the name is the problem. People do not understand it. They think it is tray. I just want people to think that my restaurant was exclusive. That they think you just serve fast food on cheap plastic trays. Nick, that's the kind of thing that can make a girl cry. Have you forgotten that Mr. Armstrong is a man, Maya? But this restaurant is my life. It is everything to me. I will defend it to la finale. No one will take it from me. Except for that woman. So who's that woman you were just talking to? Oh la la, you saw that? Well, yeah, sorry. So, who was she? She looks so polite and graceful. Polite and graceful? And she likes raw meat and fires, right? I'll be back next month. Oui, naturalmente. I will be waiting for you. If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here. No, I would have everything ready, I promise. Now that I think about it. Hey Maya, I think it's pretty clear what kind of conversation they were having. You think so? Well then let's show them that piece of evidence and see what happens. What, the fact that he owes 50 million? Oh, 500,000? So long as that paper exists, I am but a delightful angel with broken wings. An angel, huh? Doesn't bode well when you think about it. They keep harassing me month after month. In the end, I had to give in. I agreed to help them. Help them? With what? Más pienso, and if I did not owe them the money, I would have refused. But my hands were tied. Please, what did you agree to help them with? No, I cannot say. If I tell you that woman, she will slice me up and eat me with the last salad garnish. Ew. Oh, he doesn't mean that he'll literally be sliced up and served with garnish. Probably. I'm going to guess that woman has something to do with your loan contract. Am I right? Please, Mr. Armstrong, tell us about that woman. The woman who was here earlier, I take it she's, why, as it comes to this, what a tragedy. Suddenly I find myself so deep in the debt. It is a sign of the bad, bad world we live in, huh? No, I say it was more of a sign of the bad, bad culinary skills. The woman who was here, the scary woman, she is from the loan office. Loan office? Is that where you borrowed $500,000 from? Oui, Tinder Lender, it is called. Catchy name. Just hearing it makes me want to borrow some money. Please, you must not borrow from them. If you must, no more than $10. $10? Sounds like your whole monthly stipend, Maya. Hey, I get a bit more than that, thank you very much. So Tinder Lender is the loan office you borrowed $500,000 from, huh? I wonder if they got anything to do with this case. Maybe. I am a weak woman. When I am upset, I have to buy something nice to cheer me up. Thanks to him loaning me the money, I have to pay back $500,000 now. I am like a slave. I have to do everything that they tell me. Who's this he? La Tiger. The Tiger? Oui. He's the manager of the Tinder Lender, a terrifying man. The big city mobster. When he shouts at me, my knees are trembling and his voice is ringing in my ears for 3 days. As soon as I hear the noise of that battered old scooter he rides, I start to cry. Yeah, probably fake me. A big city mobster who rides a battered old scooter. Does this guy resemble me by any chance? Oh, no. This man has a presence. A most formidable personality. Although, oui, he does have a spiky hair just like you. Oui, there is a resemblance there, I suppose. Sounds like this loan office is worth checking out after all. If you want to visit the Tinder Lender, it is just beyond Vitamin Square. Hey, Nick. If you need money, I can loan you some, as long as it's less than $3. Thanks for the offer. Just beyond Vitamin Square, huh? See you guys later. So do we have to go to... Well, I'm gonna head back to the precinct now. I was wondering, do we have to go to Vitamin Square and then the Tinder Lender, or what? But everything is super close together, so it's not that hard to believe that just Glenn staying in the area would have gotten him killed. We got a big meeting starting in a bit. About Maggie's case, you mean? No, that's pretty much wrapped up now. There's another big case going down at the moment, so she's been pushed aside. Okay, well, see you later then. Bye. See ya, Gumshoe. Oh, why are you back? You better get going, detective, or you'll be late. Actually, I, kinda got a favor to ask. It's a big one. A favor? Yeah, it's for, Maggie, actually. I was kind of hoping you'd give this to her for me. What is it? A bento. It's a lunchbox. I got up early so I could make it. I've been really worried about her. She looks like she lost a lot of weight. Detective Gumshoe. How many weenies are in here? There's not a person on earth could down this much meat. You think? I love weenies. I can't get enough of their tender juiciness. So will you give it to her? It took me ages to make, so please say you will, pal. Can't exactly say no, can I? Maybe I'll eat it myself if I get hungry. Don't forget, okay? I'm counting on you to give that to Maggie. He's finally gone. I feel better if we went there straight away. Oh, she's not heal. Let's go to the Vitamin Square, where Trashy Mix Scooter is already. I don't see any sign of Mr. Kudo. Do you? Maybe he went to buy another ton of bird seeds. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't be here anyway. At least, not for now. Besides, any more seeds today and I'm liable to turn into a real phoenix. Hey, check this out. I wouldn't get too close to that if I were you. Otherwise, you might be in for a shock. My phony must be lurking someplace nearby. Just imagine, a tiger, loose in the city. Meanwhile, the real phoenix is like an abandoned chick, lost in a vast urban jungle. Huh? Don't worry, someday you'll grow up and become a ferocious tiger too. Don't lose hope. Why is she trying to pep talk me into becoming my phony? 'Cause it'd be funny. Alright, let's go to the Tinderlender. Win through compromise. Sure, that's exactly what's happening here. This place gives off a really strange vibe, doesn't it? Looks like the tiger isn't in his lair. And that is, as they say, a very good thing. Welcome. Gulp? Talk about creepy voice, makes your soul want to shrivel up and die. Is it the woman from earlier? Yep. You're here to discuss a loan? No, not exactly. The manager is away at the moment. Wait quietly, please. She's gone, just like that. I guess we'll just have to come back another time. But this is a perfect opportunity, Nick. This place reeks of suspicion. Come on, Nick, let's take a look around, okay? Do you think it'd be okay? Of course. No one will ever know. Coffee? Ah! I'll leave it here for you to enjoy, quietly. Yes, thank you. Do not touch the desk, please. Also, there's a CD on the desk. Thanks for letting me know, lady. Nick, let's get out of here. Now she wants to get out of here. But we're not. Oh no, someone's dropped the ashtray on the floor. That's going to be a nightmare to clean up. Yeah, it's all over the rug and everything. I accidentally knocked over a really big space heater once. Cleaning up was such a pain. It was one of those super antiques where you have to burn a ton of charcoal. How did she manage to knock one of those over? Are they supposed to be super heavy? Oh, hey. Here's a book of matches here too. Matches, huh? Places don't give those out much nowadays. Hey, wait a second. What is it? Look what's printed on its cover. It says Tres Bien, which means he was there. These matches could come in handy. You might be able to use them. Yeah. The pilot light for the office boiler keeps going out. Swing and a miss, Maya. Swing and a miss. Alright, that's one impressive desk and one impressive rug. Solid gold, Nick. Gold. Looks just look at that shine. Only real gold shines like that. Would you really want such a shiny desk, though? I don't know, but let's see what it's like to sit at a solid gold desk. Wow, I'm completely dazzled. That's because it's completely dazzling. You can see my nose in the reflection. That's gotta be really distracting. So the desk isn't practical. No surprise there. There's a CD player on the desk. The desk is so loud, it's a wonder you can hear it. The lid's open. I wonder what kind of music the tiger's into. Have you finished the coffee? Ah! Yes, thanks. It was lovely. So, you drank it all? He he he. Gulp. If you touch anything else that doesn't belong to you, there's always another cup. That coffee, it was laced with something. I'm almost sure of it. Nick, my stomach is killing me. Oh, wait, maybe it was just the burger I ate for breakfast. I sure hope so. Better take a look at the CD while we're still alive and have a chance. What the? What? It's not Rocco's soundtrack, is it? Claw the Tiger? It's a demo CD. The artist's name has been handwritten on the disc and pen. MC Bomber. What? This must be the CD Maggie told us about. Let's listen to it. I bet it's heavy metal. No way, that woman would make us drink more coffee if we do. What's this? It's a punching bag. What? No way. You wouldn't catch me walking around with a bag like that. What do you mean, walking around? The design's gross to start with, and it's too heavy to be practical. And that, why is it called a punching bag? Don't people know messenger bags are in? Wow, Maya. I knew it. I was right before, back at Trespian. Paris fashion is more my thing. I really, really hope she's pulling my chain on this one. So do I. Let's see, this round doll thing is called a Daruma, I think. Figured I'd read a book or two, become more cultured, in case you're wondering. I mean, you aren't making stuff up for a change? Heh. Bet you also didn't know that no matter what, he'll always right himself. Go on, Nick, give him a good shove. Only if I feel like dying. Now, this yellow thing, this is a Japanese chess piece. I think it's a king? Not that I'm an expert or anything. I'm more of a reversey person, you know? Assuming she knows what she's talking about. These aren't exactly your typical mobster wannabe items. They're not trophies, are they? Hey, there's a piece of paper sticking out from under here. What is it? A repair bill? Looks like he did some repair work on his car. Does he even have one? 15,000 to replace a bumper and a light. That's insane. Car is registered to the Cadavernis. Huh? So that's not even the tiger's car. Why would someone else's repair bill be in the tiger's office? Paid by oh, it's not like tiger. It's like tigery, something like that. To the Cavernini family. That sounds like a mobster family. Win through compromise. I wonder what that's supposed to mean. Must mean something if they took the trouble to frame it like that. Yeah, well, still doesn't make any sense to me. That... Ah! That's Tinderlinder's guiding principle. Oh. Compromise, the customer will win. Oh, I see. How about you, Nick? Yeah, well, as long as we don't have to compromise my hair, I said we're okay. That's one slogan no business owner should ever explain to their customers. So let's look at his jackets. Hey, look at this Parisian-style coat. So chic. Looks more like a pimp coat to me, because I haven't got an eye for fashion. Hey, look at this. The suit is the same color as the one you wear, Nick. Same color as my suit. Ah. Keep your voice down, Maya. Nick, gotta take a look at this. Some cake? Ah. I'll just leave it here for you. Yeah, sure. Thanks. Just wait here quietly, otherwise. Sure. Did you hear that, Nick? Wait quietly, she said. Yeah, sure. I have my eye on you, only so I can take care of you. Understand? Ah, I'm scared, Nick. So? What were you getting so excited about before? Look on the lapel of the suit. That's the attorney's badge. Is the tiger a lawyer? No way, look at this thing. It's made of paper. For some reason, your badge setting looks real cheap to me, Nick. Why doesn't anyone recognize an obviously fake badge when they see one? Wow. I'm not even going to try and say any of that. Come out from under the desk, Maya. What are you two stooping around my office for? Nothing. You were just... My precious carpet. You've got ash on my rug. Gonna wish your ugly feet never came through my door. It wasn't us. It was already like that when yous wanna argue with me? Is that what you doing? You think yous can take me on? Gonna flatten yous two into pancakes and turn yous into my new rugs. Ah. Oh. Don Tigre, you're back. Heck, that voice. It's like evil seeping into your head through your ears. I'm sorry, Don Tiger. I knocked over that ashtray earlier and... Eek, has she gotten a death wish or what? Oh, right. Huh? Forget about it, Violetta. It's nothing. What? I ain't gonna get mad at you. You're too cute, you hear? That's so unfair. Here, have some cookies. I just baked them. And you'll need some strong espresso while you're discussing your loan. Phoenix right. Yes? You's either crazy or just plain stupid to chase after me. I worked so hard, now he's gonna come mess up my plan. So it was him. He's my phony. Heh, but I don't care. No one gets in my way. What? I mean, excuse me? Heh heh heh. You should have left the little girl at home, right? I have a few things I want to ask. No question. This is the last time we meet. Is that a tiger biting a lizard? Heck, wait, please. That was pretty weak, Nick. You waited until he was out of earshot before you shouted after him. Like you're one to talk. I didn't hear you scream, hold it, either. The espresso. Ah. And cookies. This woman is definitely not good for my heart. Now, what was the tiger called? Her Violetta? So, I'm kind of curious about your company, Tenderlunder. With the warm and friendly atmosphere you'd expect from a family-sized business, a a conscientious rate of interest, an attractive repayment policy. Why do I get the feeling this sentence is not going to end well? We will tenderly lend you that little bit extra here at Tenderlunder. Hey, Nick, things are a bit tight for Right and Co at the moment, aren't they? I mean, there's that $500 you owe me from our game. Card game for starters. Why don't you take out a loan? Would I like to take out a loan from a place like this? Not so much. Tenderlunder is on your side. Hee hee hee. So, let's say I'm late with my repayment. What happens then? We give you a more coffee. Strong coffee. Right. I think I'd rather skip town. Hey, just remember I can make strong coffee too, Nick. Strong tea as well. So, do you know about the incident we're investigating? What incident? Well, a man was poisoned in a restaurant just near here. That incident. Let me see. I was here that day with the manager. The manager being the tiger. Furio Tigre. Furio. Tigre. So that's where the tiger comes from. Xin Ebup's got a real name, Nick. Hurry up and find out more about him. I guess we present. Can I ask you about the tiger? I mean, Mr. Tigre? Cookie? Sure. How did you like my cookies? I baked them myself. He. Go ahead, Nick. Honor is all yours. No. Ladies first, Maya. He. No matter how I look at this, I just don't get it. What are the tiger and the scary girl doing working together? She might be the one in the fake uniform. We are lovers. that's not exactly coming across in the tone of your voice. And I owe Don Tigre my life. He's the one who saved me. The tiger saved you? Please, address him properly as Don Tigre. Otherwise, I'll have to. Okay, Don Tigre. Of course, I'm sorry. You saved her life. I'd sure like to know how that happened. I'm very frail, you see. Just recently, I died. Once. You died? About 4 months ago. Doctors said to abandon all hope. Guess they weren't expecting her to take a boat ride across the river Styx. But Don Tigre, he saved me. He gave up everything. Everything? When I found out what he had done for me, I was happy. No offense, but I'm finding that a little hard to believe. I decided I'd pay him back with my life by serving him coffee and espresso. I still wonder about what's in her coffee. So, is that why you got the bandage around your head? This? So what's the story with the bandage? They put it on after the operation. Operation? It's just a little injury. A little fatal injury. She wouldn't happen to be the one that busted her eardrum, would she? A fatal injury? Maya just suffered one herself by the sound of it. So, that's the injury you were talking about before when you said you had died once? She really creeps me out, Nick. Same here, but we gotta find out the truth. Let's try it out. I think we also have enough to talk to Android Lady again. You said the bandage on your head came from an operation? You also said you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct? Yes, the operation was very difficult, apparently. Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? The injury in question has something to do with this. I want to guess it's the prescription bag, but I'm not too sure. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. Alright, we can come back here later. There he is, old Seedy's back feeding the pigeons again. There, take this, and this. Get out of my park. Like I thought, he's really mad. Come on, Maya, just keep your head down and let's sneak away while we still can. What? Why? Hello, old man. What are you doing, Maya? Huh? Kuh. Hey, he just turned his back on us. I'm not surprised. I bet he really hurt his pride in court this morning. Hey, Mr. Kudo. Ha Pigeon. Ka. Look, we really need to talk to you, alright? Out with the demons. And with good fortune for me. Ow, ow, ow. Seeds, cell splinters, painful. I always knew you were a demon, Maya. I'm sorry about what happened in court earlier today. Everyone will be talking about me behind my back now. A dirty old man who was so busy looking at the serving girl's backside that he can't remember her face. A filthy, depraved animal. Not at all. Are you listening to me, boy? I don't care what you say. I saw the waitress put it in. That could easily be the, Violet with the haircut and everything. She put some white powder into the young latch Jappuccino. We hear you. And another thing, the young layabout was wearing an earpiece on the same side as the lens of his broken spectacles. So it could be Android Lady. We're really sorry. So I made a little mistake about the vase. So what? I know what I saw. I tell you, I tell you, I tell you. Okay, okay, take it easy, please, Mr. Kudo. Don't tell me you take it easy, spiky-haired brat. Take this. You said you were a craftsman, right? Ha, the modern world casts honest craftsmen like me aside in droves. Surely it's not that. I come from a long line of craftsmen, right back to the time of the shoguns. Do you hear me? I didn't become an embroiderer. I was born one. Actually, I'm kind of in the same situation myself. I wanted to stick my fingers up that dribbling old judge's nose and scream right down his ear hole. Objection! Oh, so did you want to become a lawyer when you were young? I don't think that's quite it, Amaya. I think he's just in a bad mood, that's all. Got a tsunami of frustration inside and it's ready to burst out. If we get him rambling now, we might never shut him up. What do I do? Suck it up. Guess I better let him talk. So, there's not much call for craftsmen these days, then. Of course not, you idiot. All I'm good for nowadays is running errands. Errands? Everyone takes advantage of the elderly. Buy some bread, Gramps. Take the dog for a walk, Granddad. Feed the pigeons, old man. What am I, some sort of 2-bit community handyman? Well... Buy some bread, now that I can understand. But what's the point of feeding some seedy pigeons? Why don't people say what they mean? Get lost, that's what they're trying to say. Oh yes, I'm just an inconvenience, you see. At home, at that restaurant, I'm just in the way. I just get in the way, don't I? I'm sure you don't. Wait a minute, did he just say at home and at that restaurant? He did. Hold up, by restaurant, are you talking about Tresbian? Did you get asked to run an errand from there too? Yes, I did, the very day that young brat was poisoned. What? So on the day of the incident, what were you asked to do? Glad you asked, boy, because I'll tell you what I was asked to do. All of a sudden, that young lad slumped over the table. The serving girl collapsed. And I broke that vase. It all happened so fast, I was in a bit of a daze, you see. And the owner shouted over to me. Excusez-moi, you, call la police. Call them yourself, I should have said back, but I didn't think of it at the time. So did you end up calling the police? Like I said, I was in a bit of a daze. Did you call them on your cell phone? Huh, do I look like I have one of those newfangled thingamajigs? I went out looking for a payphone, of course. You went looking for one? I couldn't find one right away, you know. Wandered around for 5 minutes or so. 5 minutes? So for 5 minutes after the incident happened. Yes, sirree, the owner was at Tresbian on his own. Why didn't you mention this in court this morning? Well, I would have if you'd given me the chance. But you bullied me out of the courtroom. Sigh. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You certainly earned your kudos for today. Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I got more to say. Ah, yes, I remember something else. Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom. It's not my fault. You're the ones to blame. You could have at least told us before we got to court. Is it really that important that Mr. Kudo was the one who called the police? What's important is the unaccounted for time before the police arrived. The victim was dead, and Maggie was unconscious. Which leaves the woman, that man, alone in the restaurant. Mr. Kudo might have been chased out of the place on purpose. What do you mean? Maybe a certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant. Ah. Oh, sure, you go ahead and say I was in the way as usual. Suppose I should have been covered myself in pigeon poop instead, We need to get more details about what exactly happened. From Maggie, and from Mr. Armstrong. Well, back here, I suppose. Looks like Mr. Armstrong's out again. Of course he is. The place is open for business. You can't have an open restaurant without a chef. Hey, it's not my fault, Nick. Don't take it out on me. Only a couple of minutes after the incident happened. Mr. Kudo left the scene, leaving Mr. Armstrong here alone. Ugh, missing when we need to talk to him the most. Maybe he's trying to avoid us on purpose. Maybe. I don't see anything new here. Let's go back to blue screens. Now that we know who Tiger is. Probably have to go through some of this again. Yeah, her third Psylocke's back. How about you tell us? Customer service. He was in trouble because of the tickets. Let's keep going. It wasn't just horse races, it was regular lottery tickets. Lottery ticket, blah blah blah. But if you win, there's a problem. It's hard to imagine. Steve in trouble. He was going to meet with the tiger. Egg met with someone on the day he was killed. He even made a note on this calendar about the meeting. Meet with the tiger. What's the relevance of that? Are you trying to suggest Glenn was meeting him to discuss his debt? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I've never heard anything about this tiger before. Maybe he's not even human. Maybe he really is a tiger. I'm no programmer, but does she really expect me to buy such messed up logic? In that case, I think it's time to introduce you to the tiger. Furio Tigri. Furio Tigri, aka the Tiger, is the boss of a loan office called Tenderlender. This is who Mr. Ugg met with on the day of his murder. And the only thing a loan shark would talk to him about would be his debt. No. It's true that Glenn had racked up a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think. $100,000. Ouch. Wait. That was the first thing he wrote, and then said he paid for it with the MC Bomber? Is that it? But I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear. Shame Maggie couldn't get a bit of that good luck. Okay, so the guy got lucky and won the lottery. But what if he hadn't won? What was his plan then? Well, this isn't easy to say, but he said he would use his talents to repay the money. His talents? I suspect he was talking about programming. What computer program is worth $100,000? Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to my work. So close to cracking her. Program in question, was it by any chance the MC Bomber CD? This is a very delicate matter. Without the necessary data, there's really no way I can assess that information. I know Missy Glow created some sort of program. She can't deny it if I show her the program itself. Well, if it's not the MC Bomber one, I don't know. Alright, let's... It's nowhere in the kitchen. Is Maggie around? Yeah, okay. Oh, Mr. Wright. Hello, Maggie. So they finished questioning you? Wasn't it just unbelievable in court today, sir? I was going to stay up all night and blog about everything that happened. Weren't you scared? It was pretty touch and go in there. Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man. Well, he was all over the place with his testimony. He's not the only one. Huh? What do you mean? Everyone else's testimonies don't match up either. Not with what I remember of the incident, anyway. Is it possible she's the one misremembering things? Probably not. Maggie, you know how you said that everyone else provided testimony that doesn't match up with what you remember? Yep, there are just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy I saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something into the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him. But didn't Mr. Kudo testify earlier today that it was the waitress who put some white powder into the coffee cup? So you really think it was this disappearing man that did it? Well, he's not the only thing that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. You know, the CD with the writing on it? Oh yeah, the MC Screwdriver album, right? It was MC Bomber Maya. The name was scrawled on the sports paper as well. They never did find that CD at the crime scene, sir. Or the victim's medication. That's gone missing too. Ouch, my head. This is getting way too complicated for me. You said that you passed out when the victim, Glenn Egg, collapsed, right? Yes, it's so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop. When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police. Before I knew what was going on, they arrested me, sir. So between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived on the scene, you have no idea what went on at Tresbian? No, no idea at all. Why, is it important, Mr. Wright? The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture. Chased out of the picture? What do you mean? Old CD wasn't inside the restaurant because he was told to go call the police. Exactly. And you, Maggie, you were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time. No. You don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you? When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong isn't involved in this at all. It's like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright? Well, the old man said as much when we spoke with him earlier. I don't know. The things that man said don't add up for some reason, sir. Maggie looks like she's trying to figure something out. Maybe we should ask Maggie exactly what she knows about old CD. Okay, let's just give her the food right before we leave. I feel much better after the trial this morning. I've been a bit of a courtroom proceedings addict for years now. Feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man. He's not really that bad of an old man, though. Still, I feel a bit uneasy. Huh? Thought you just said you felt much better. Maggie? If there's something on your mind, you've got to tell us. Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony. Roger, I'll spill it all and see what you make of it. Is there anything about Mr. Kudo's testimony that stood out as odd to you? Actually, yes. The fact that he was even testifying to begin with doesn't quite what? Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true there was another customer in the restaurant. Yeah, we know that already. It was Victor Kudo. But I can't really say it was an old man. Okay then, how about calling him a really old, middle-aged man? No, age isn't the issue. The other customer was a woman. A woman? Are you sure, Maggie? Well, not 100% sure, but I think so. So, what did this woman look like? She was sort of creepy. She had kind of a cackling laugh. Creepy? Cackling? Why do I get the feeling I've come across a woman like this recently? Because you have. Yo, is this her? I know I used to be on the police force, sir. but I'm incarcerated now. Can't use my connections to help you. All I can tell you about now is info about ex-cons or the clientele of Tresbian, sir. Aw, don't let it get you down, Maggie. So it probably wasn't Violetta? Why can't you tell us who it was? Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. You should be able to tell us who... That's weird. Oh well, let's leave her with the lunchbox. Oh, yeah, I got something you're going to love. Really? What is it? A lunchbox, just for you. Here. Wow, a lunchbox? Weenies, too. Can't believe it. Thank you, sir. Did you make this for me, Mr. Wright? Nah, it was Detective Gumshoe. Who else would make you such a nice lunchbox for you? Detective Gumshoe? He's really worried about you. Looks like he put a lot of effort into making this, too. I can't accept it. Detention center rules. No gifts allowed, sir. Hey, come on, Maggie. Don't be like that. The rules are rules. They'll lock you up if you break them. Somehow, when an ex-cop turned waitress says that, it seems a whole lot scarier. And anyway, I hate weenies. Oh, really? It's all yours, Maya. You can enjoy it with Mr. Wright. But... She's right. It's better than letting it go to waste. But... I guess so. Aw, it's kinda sad. Well, how was it? That hit the spot. I love weenies. Oh, good. I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir. Does she want to say something about Gumshoe? Back when I was an officer, Detective Gumshoe always looked out for me. But today was the one who had to look out for him, trying to incriminate me the whole time. You gotta remember, Maggie, Gumshoe's a detective. He's got a job to do. My old boss thought at least he'd be on my side. He is on your side. He'd do anything to help. You can't fool me. I saw him in court today. Felt like a poor little baby woodpecker being poked in the head by its own mother. Gumshoe's testimony was pretty solid. No wonder it hurt her so much. I hate him, sir. I mean it. Don't ever want to see him again. Ouch. I think I just saw Gumshoe's chances go down in flames like the Heidenberg. I don't think it's getting through to her that she was really trying to help. It's really sad. Let's move on. Yeah, here's probably him. The main server just went up in smoke. Why the heck isn't the press conference set up yet? The superintendent's here already. Yeah, and there's a problem with the internet too. I already told you to stop using your computer, Chief. But I'm watching videos online. I'm catching up on my Asian soap operas. It's going to have to wait, Chief. I'm throwing the switch. No! Just when some young guy was about to confess to his son's hot-to-trot girlfriend. Wow, this place really buzzing. Something must be going down. Something really big. Huh? What are you doing here, pal? This wouldn't happen to be the program that Basil was talking about, was it? Detective Gumshoe. You can't be here right now. You'll be roped into a briefing if you stay. Huh? We got a big problems here today. Why? What's going on? It's a virus. A virus. A virus? There's a virus ripping through the precinct's computer system. But I really need to ask you some questions. Okay, I'm only gonna say this once, so listen up. Yes. No matter how poor you get, never borrow from a place like this, you hear? Okay? If you got money trouble, just go on a diet of instant noodles and hang in there. We're not thinking about borrowing money, Detective. We want information. Oh, is that all? Well, let's see. Tenderloiner is considered to be an even fishier than the average illegal loan shark, and it seems it ran into trouble just recently. Those guys have been pretty heavy-handed, calling in all their debts. Really? Don't go poking your nose around in their business, pal. Too late. You'll really regret it if you upset that lady. Alright, I get the picture. Hey, wait a minute. What did he just say? That lady. Who's this lady he's talking about, Nick? Better find out what the story is with this lady. Let me ask him about Violetta first. That's the girl who works over at Tinderlander. You want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it. She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she? That should be the least of your worries, pal. What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse? Her name's Viola Catavernina. That's the name of on the ticket. She's the only granddaughter of Bruto Cataverdina. Bruto Cataverdina? Do you know who that is, Nick? Never heard of him. Bruto Cataverdina is the boss of the Caverdini family. The Caverdinis. That's one scary sounding name. You can't touch them. They're way too powerful for the police. But you're thinking of taking them on, aren't you? No, I don't remember ever saying I was going to. Better get some info out of Gumshoe about this family. I'm not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but who are the Caverdinis? Who are they? Scary bunch of people, that's who. You're a cop and you're scared? What's that about? Trust me, it doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop. These guys are scary. They got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. We can't touch them. They've got too much moolah. Moolah? As in, they're pretty much control of all the cash in the city's black market. The black market, huh? And that includes Tinderlander, I take it. Sure, no one stands up to Bruto Caverdini. And I mean no one. Interesting. So Viola's the granddaughter of some mafia boss then? Yeah, and everyone knows how much Bruto loves this little girl. She means everything to him. So, how did she end up at Tinderlander? I don't know, pal. But I heard she and the boss of Tinderlander are pretty tight. Tight. That's what it said in a file I read related to Maggie's case. Sounds like a pretty important clue. So what exactly is a computer virus, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know. What? Look, I just go with the flow, alright, pal? And here I thought detectives were supposed to be somewhat knowledgeable. What's with that face, pal? You think you know what a virus is? Well, Nick, do you? Computer virus? Sure, I mean, only in simple terms, of course. Really? Wow, you know everything, Professor Nick. Yeah, I'm going to call you Dr. Wright from now on. Hey, that sounds pretty cool. Don't you agree, Dr. Wright? Why do I get the feeling they're making fun of me? Okay, fine. I'm no expert, but I can at least explain the basics to the two of you. A virus is a program that gets inside a computer and causes damage. Damage? You mean it makes the machine go boom and explode? No, the damage is, well, it's all internal. So the insights go boom, right? Imagine all the case data you got stored on your PCs here in the station. Virus could wipe all of that. That's the kind of damage I'm talking about. Whoa, that's scary. Yeah, and what's even more scary is that viruses are infectious. Infectious? Most computers are connected together on a network, right? The virus can move from one machine to another over the network. So the virus just keeps spreading faster and faster. Just like a real virus, huh? But Nick, why would anyone want to make a program like that? Yeah, it takes ages to type in all that data. Why would you want to destroy it, pal? No, people don't infect their own machines. They send the virus to someone else's. What? That's horrible. Oh, I get it. It's like you sneezing on Mr. Godot so he catches a cold. Right, then he wouldn't be able to turn up in court because he'd be too sick. You really shouldn't do stuff like that, Nick. It's wrong. Who? What? Where? When and why did the conversation jump to talking about me? Anyway, that's a computer virus. That's what a computer virus is. A bad